inconsistent,
You just have to flood a country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing that citizens no longer know what to believe. Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth, the game's won.
Did you finish watching that movie?
Yes, bitch.
So let's talk about that then.
You want to talk about that movie?
Yeah. What's the name of the movie again? Leave the World Behind, right?
Leave the World Behind,
bro. It was pretty good. That's the kind of movie I like. All right, spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, get ready because we're not gonna hold back.
We're definitely not gonna hold back.
All right. That kind of movie I like, where it's kind of like something's going on, but we don't know what it is because it's happening somewhere else that's affecting us. You know, like the blackout and all that.
Yeah, but they were far enough, or close enough, or far enough. They were in that spot where it's like, it's literally like you're in Staten Island and you're looking at the.
Yeah, so imagine you're in Staten Island, you're chilling, the blackout, all the phones don't work, but you can see Manhattan, something's happening. You're like, what the hell's going on? You kind of feel the
cannons.
Oh my god. Yeah. I like that. Because you don't know. You're like, oh my god, what could it be? Could it be aliens? Could it be... I wasn't happy with the ending so much, but I understand what they were going for.
It was literally, when I saw it, I thought about when we did and check out that episode, when we did that, that's for you to put the link, bitch. That was for you.
What episode? That zombie one?
That we did the zombie scenario.
It's going to be up there? Punk.
It's one of those scenarios where it wasn't about, like, we know what's going to happen next, right? She found the safe house, and you would imagine that they find her watching the Friends episode.
Yeah, they've like, okay, we got to close this down. And
we
this
got
is
to
our
close
safe
this
area.
down. Exactly.
Chaos happens.
Exactly. So.
And then you seen that show with the zombie virus show with the mushrooms?
No.
Okay. So anyway, it's like that. The life becomes like that.
It's just a scenario in this fuckery called the end of the world.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. Apparently, out of curiosity, I was just, what do other people think of it? You know?
Okay.
You know, because the ending is kind of
abrupt.
I can see how it's controversial. Some people didn't like it. Some people thought it was a good way to end it. You know, it gives us I want more. I want to know more.
Right.
Yeah. Remember, this was based
on... the version of the ending. For me, I was like, all right, so they find the girl. I play
you make it out.
Myself.
Yeah, exactly.
You play it out.
But also, this is based on a book, so I'm assuming the guy's like, all right, now I can write a part 2.
Got him.
Yep.
Got a moment. Because they definitely...
So then me looking up these... what do they call, like, reviews almost? People are going hard. Like, this is the government trying to tell us something.
Oh, God, of course.
I was like, where are they getting this from? So, I think one of the first things that sets people off is that one of the executive producers of the show is Barack Obama.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you went in. So I just watched it yesterday, I think it was.
No, I mean, it's just, now it keeps popping up on my TikTok. People are talking about the movie. And all I could think of is like, wow, people are freaking nuts, bro. They can't watch anything with just like a normal...
Enjoy it.
This is fun. No, everything has to be some deeper meaning. It has to be something going on. Like,
unless it's like Saw.
Even that is just like... So basically they're saying... The guy... So wait, let's rewind just to push everybody back. This guy wrote this book. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama is not president anymore. He's basically... He don't got to work for the rest of his life. He's chilling. Right? So he has a lot of free time in his hands. So you know what he does? He reads books.
You know, Netflix canceled them.
They canceled Obama?
The Obamas. Remember the Obamas?
I didn't even know they had a show.
Because they got canceled.
So, Netflix did have contracts with them, though. You have to give us whatever. You know, we want to. Netflix is not saying, Obama, you're a great producer. We want to use you. They're saying, you have a name that's going to make people watch whatever you are on. Whatever your name is attached to, people are going to be interested in it. So we have, we're going to pay you for your name,
So he didn't write it?
No, had nothing to do with him. So people are saying, basically Obama made this movie. Obama didn't make no movie, right? It's based on a book that Obama read. So
it's just like when Netflix stamps the thing.
Exactly. They pay somebody, hey, let me get that movie, and let me put my Netflix logo on it. That's it.
Stamped, sealed, delivered.
So Netflix gets together with this guy.
Oh my God.
With Obama.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then they reach out to the guy, the author, and they all get together and they're like, all right, we want to make this movie. And then Obama's like, oh man, this great book. I just have a couple notes. Because apparently the book is a little bit more extreme. And Obama's like, I want to bring it back a little bit. As somebody PG. That's been in this world, I can tell you don't got to go so hard. It doesn't have to be airplanes flying through the sky dropping bombs. It doesn't have to be anything. He was like,
let's we don't need so much. So we need more swag, less show.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
which is basically his whole presidency.
Yeah. So
it was literally swag when you could tell it was swag and racist swag. Fuck all you people and your opinions, okay? Maldita sea del carajo. But you could tell it was swag when he would give the pound to his niggas and he would give the handshake to the white guy. Yeah. So
that's all it was, right? And then okay, Obama, we're gonna use your name. Thank you. Imagine we're famous and they're like, we just want to use your name. And you want to be like, well, before you put anything out with my name, I want to know what it's about.
Right.
I want to be part of it. I don't want you just pay me for my name.
What about if you're killing babies?
Exactly. What if this is all about, abortion or something, All right. So Obama gets in there. They talk a little bit. Then the guy goes off with Netflix and they make their movie. And then little notes here and there. I was like, oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. Stuff that we would do.
Right.
But everybody's watching the movie and they're looking for hidden
clues.
They're praying, they're going through every frame trying to find little clues. And I'm like, they're
So when Julia Roberts did that scene where she was talking to the black girl, the owner of the house, the daughter.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What she said was pretty profound.
What did she say?
To me. And I think that's basically like the narrative of who we are as a species. As a part of the core of who we are. When she was talking about, we do it to each other. We do it to each other and without any remorse.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, sometimes we do it to each other. We don't even realize we're doing it.
So when we got new guys at work, and when we talk to them, we're like, look, the way people drive in the city, it's like a race to the bottom. They're all trying to be the worst drivers. Because I got to cut you off because I'm more important. Then the other guy's like, no. I've got a guy in the back. I'm a taxi. I'm more important. So they're just cutting each other off and moving out the way. It's a race to the worst driver. Nobody wants to be proper. Nobody wants to zipper in when it's merging lanes. As soon as you're perfect, oh no, I got to go before you. Or if you put your right turn signal on, the guy in the right lane is going to speed up. He doesn't want you to get in. It's just a race to the bottom. And that's just people in general. We're all like that. In every scenario, it's a race to the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So you have humanity is like that in general, right?
In general, we are so cutthroat.
We all narcissists.
All of us.
We're all selfish.
This is my story.
Yeah. So this is us as people.
You're
right?
part of my story. And that's what that movie was about. That movie was this story in a glimpse of the fuckery going down.
And it's funny because even within the movie, the guy, I forgot the guy's name, the black guy. He tells
George.
He's talking to the GW.
GW?
He's talking to
dyslexia.
He's talking to the guy. I think he's talking to the wife actually. And he's telling the wife remember the story about the evil cabal? His client, he's joking with him like he's in the Illuminati or whatever.
He's hinting
at it like, oh, this guy knows some secret stuff, which probably he does if he works in the government.
Oh, he knew.
Right, for sure.
That's why he stopped the husband, the white dude, and he was like, "Yo, before we head out, now that we brought the medicines with $1,000 of government money that doesn't exist anymore, before we head out, I need to know that we're good."
Oh yeah. That plays into what you were saying, the after scenario. That they're gonna work together now.
That's you racing with what happens.
Yes,
at the end.
exactly.
Your version of the end. That's why I liked it with your stupid cheesy smile. Exactly. That's why you liked it too, because it's like, oh, I get to take it now.
So the guy is telling the wife this. He goes, conspiracy theorists want to say it's a plan.
I could hear
because
Mike.
They want their brain can't handle if there's no structure. There has to be somebody in charge. It can't just be a whole bunch of selfish people and a whole bunch of narcissistic people fighting each other. There has to be a plan. If there's no plan, then there's no meaning.
If people didn't look at social media a certain way, I say the quote, if you wasn't woke to the... I hate to even think about that phrase. But this movie definitely put your ignorant ass... You should gain a perspective as to like what government actually is, what social media is, and just how much we let go of control.
Yeah.
And we're all pretending with these devices. Because there's nothing from stopping us from turning it off and building a community. Like we're so like we're in our own little bubble. We're all in our own little thing, and when someone gets too close to your bubble, people lose it.
Yeah. And anyway, the movie was good, but these conspiracy theorist people gotta stop. There's literally people looking at. There was one. The name of the ship. Remember the ship that crashed on the ground?
The oil tanker.
The name was called White Lion. The name of the first slave ship to come to America's name was White Lion. Okay.
You were reading a lot of comments, weren't you?
Bro. And then the radio station, that when the guy's looking for sound, or radio station as he's driving the car, the white guy, is 1619 is what it shows. 1619 is when the first slave ship came to America.
Ay, qué lindo.
Now, could it be they're giving you a secret message, or could it be that Barack Obama was like, yo, can you throw these in there? Because this is important to...
It is exactly what it is.
Yeah. Just like if it was any other black person that was part of the like, oh, I would like to throw these little salt pepper.
The real question is,
it'd be fun.
Like you said, is it fuckery or is it it's not by accident. Let's stop that.
It could be by accident, but there's too much for it to be.
That's what I'm saying. Stop it. It's not by accident.
It has to be
fuckery.
But not like I'm trying to do a secret meaning.
Because people are crazy. They'll buy into that shit.
It wants to be Barack Obama sitting on the couch with his wife and his daughters back. Look, watch.
But the version of the end of the world... Or Leave Tomorrow Behind, whatever it's called.
Leave the World Behind?
That one. The format of the end of the world is let them kill themselves.
That's basically what they did.
You turn off the lights. You turn off the... It wasn't even the lights, right? Some people had electricity.
Yeah.
The city, you would imagine, was going down. That shit.
And then they clogged up the highways with the electric cars. They make them crash to block the highways.
Fucking insane.
So you can't even bring supplies. You know what I'm saying? And then they messed up all the GPS signals. That's why the boats and planes were crashing.
Yeah, and the nigga couldn't get signals.
They couldn't get no signal. They were just...
And the guy with the GPS thing couldn't get a signal with the sat phone.
Now, airplanes, I think they're still connected manually, I guess the word is. When it kind of connected by pipes and wires and stuff.
So the suggestion is that by losing our cell phones, losing internet, losing communication with each other, we would destroy each other.
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
we
losing communication with the government, the news, the media.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they're right, because we would fight each other. We talked about with the zombie show.
We would fight each other.
Think about it. If there was... The scenario for the zombie situation that we talked about could be spread into this one, yeah.
Right, but the focus...
There's going to be gangs forming in the area.
But the reason why that happens is because we lost communication with Joe Biden. Deal Joe.
Yeah, I mean, we lost communication with him a long time ago.
No, but you know what I mean? We lost communication with what? What did we lose communication? That we're fucking each other up.
With everything. We don't know what's happening. We get scared. Now I'm hungry. I need food. Now I got to go get food from this guy. I know he has food. I'm going to go kill him for the food. And that's how the Civil War starts. That people fighting each other for stuff. Infighting. And the government's trying to be like, all right, we need soldiers. And meanwhile, everybody's killing each other in the streets for food.
And there's no way of communicating. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way to bring them even food.
Okay.
They're having a hard time even doing that.
Right.
Because they messed up. They messed up the GPS system. Remember the guy with the satellite phone? He tried to. There's no connection.
Right, but I'm just like, okay, but what did we lose that causes us to fuck each other up in that scenario? So government on a microphone and say everything's okay, Dow Jones is up and the stock is down, and
we lose security.
We
lose the feeling of safety. So we start to panic. Right now I feel safe. I don't gotta worry about food. Even if you take all the food away from my house, I can go buy food anywhere. But if you take away all the food and there's nowhere for me to buy food, now I'm panicking. I gotta get food from somewhere. I gotta figure it out. And if people are killing each other for food in the streets, then that's what I gotta do.
And then the drone
dropping the pamphlets,
dropping the propaganda pamphlets
in the middle of nowhere. That's such a weird spot to drop it.
And I get the concept behind the idea.
Yeah. And did you listen to the Spanish lady when she was screaming at the guy?
I'm so upset that he fucking left her.
She's like, I want to go home. I've been home since yesterday.
I've been cleaning all day.
She's like, they're dropping gas. So when that car was driving, I thought they were also driving gas.
Right, gas. No, she was wilding because she was seeing it from a distance.
Yeah.
Ay, Dios mío,
she
mi
said,
gente.
okay, so when GW went and saw the plane crash on the beach, the lady told the guy in the car, I saw a plane crash. She said she saw one happen.
She saw the first one.
She must have saw the first one.
What a low budget movie, too. That's why she was
freaking out. Yeah, there's nothing in the house, the whole movie.
They're in the house, the whole movie, and the rest is CGI, and not even great CGI. No. It was like, let me show you some shit real quick with my phone.
Yeah. That reminds me of the movie with the Last Man on Earth. It was just in a room. We're just talking.
Oh, yeah.
It's just very low budget, cheap, perfect movie, bro. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a good movie. That was definitely something to check out. Something Netflix didn't make.
I want more for it. More
of it.
To the...
Danger. Time out. So, sorry. Noobs.
To the point where I was like, am I going to read this book right now? I was about to do the audiobook to see what other things he had in it.
Did you see if there was a part 2? A fucking...
There's no part 2 right now.
I even scrolled like it's a fucking Marvel movie towards the end.
To see if something was going to happen?
To see if something was like... I was like, fuck. That's how much more I want more.
You ever saw a movie called Red Dawn?
I feel like I did.
Red Dawn is like... I think it's North Korea or China that invades America. And it's just a group of kids that basically fight against... they're like insurgency groups within the America. Fighting off China or whatever. And it kind of feels like that would be a part 2 to that, sort of. Something like that. You know? People, eventually the other army's going to come on land and start taking over stuff.
I keep telling you, we got to write some shit. We got to be outside of the box thinker.
We could have wrote that one.
See, I thought that too, and then I was like, nah, we could come up with some crazy better shit.
And like one thing too that I don't know what it was, is the sound. The high pitch. What was that?
It was fucking... Just like the fake drones with the propaganda, the sounds was the microwaves. That's why this nigga's teeth was falling out. It doesn't affect everyone the same way. Why was his teeth falling out?
I thought it was the thing that bit him.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Because remember, it was high radiation, they were saying.
Nigga, the fucking deers were like... You saw the brolic deer like... Yeah. Fucking Ice-T showed up deer. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
who invited the rock deer?
It's funny because they say why the deer and the flamingos and all that, why all that's happening is because they did something that's ruining the animals. What is that?
Fear.
Migration. So they don't know where to go now. They're lost. All the animals are lost.
Nigga, those deers were possessed by the opposite Jesus juice. That shit was fucking wild as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, maybe they're radiated and they're like stunned. Because what I think what happened is things got radiated from the thing, whatever, and the son is the only one that got bit, so it got in his body. Everybody's just on them. I don't know.
This niggas just started pulling teeth right out this fucking mouth.
If the first 2 foot came out, I'd be like, I would have like held my teeth.
Held it in, right?
Yeah. I would have bit something to hold it in place. I'm like, all right, my teeth are going to fall if I pull
This nigga just kept going in.
I know. Like, I would have again, the first one, I'm like, oh, snap, let me try to put that one back.
He said it felt good, no?
No, he said it felt weird. He started pulling on him. Why would you pull on him? They're not gonna grow back, buddy.
This nigga gonna look like that forever.
Now when he's gonna
take, no more dentists.
He's gonna take the pills and he's gonna feel better, and the rest of his teeth are gonna heal up. He's like, I should have kept them in there.
Oh my gosh, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
He's gonna regret it. He's gonna look around. It's not like they're gonna go to the dentist.
No, the dentist is done.
The dentist is fighting for food in Park Slope.
And whatever this was, it was worldwide. So what?
No, it's only in America, I think.
Shut the fuck up. All right, number one, you don't know that. Stop assuming.
We don't know anything.
You don't know that.
Well, we know what countries it's not happening to.
Time out, you dumb fuck. We do know that. What caused the planes to go down?
So I was trying to say that before. I think the boats, their handle to drive the boat is not connected by a pole.
It's wired.
It's wired. So if you mess with the freaking signal, you can't control it, and it's just gonna go straight forever. Or they can control where it goes, almost like the Teslas. They can control it. But an airplane, I think, is actually connected mechanically.
It is,
because if you don't have no power, so that the pilot could probably fly around in circles until he runs out of gas, and that's the end of it.
No, nigga, that makes no fucking sense.
Why not?
Because you saw the plane nosedive onto the beach.
Well, he probably, think of if you're a pilot.
No, if I'm a pilot, I'm gonna try and land it with my nose up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He made it seem like it was like they lost control.
Unless he doesn't know how to do it.
Shut up. What the hell are you saying? He doesn't know how to do it.
Well, because airplanes now land themselves pretty much.
Hold on. And another thing, if I'm not mistaken, because we're dumb, I believe that even ships are hardwired that you can, you could maneuver the ship manually when you lose control.
I don't know a tanker like that. I don't know. That's big.
A tanker like, yeah, bro.
The thing is huge to turn.
And it's one little thing like this, and it turns the whole ship.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no, it's like this.
Yeah, but I don't think there's enough, because the rudder is so huge to move.
Nah, that shit is all mechanical. They figured that shit out a long time ago, nigga. How you think they moved big ships before? How they moved the Titanic with the little fucking thing?
That's why they couldn't build them big yet until they figured out the electronics. And now they can build them big.
Mierda with your height. No, there's definitely a manual.
There was an upper limit to manual shipbuilding, I think. Until they figured out electronics.
Please don't listen to this nigga.
Then we can go bigger. Think about the Titanic, the biggest ship ever made.
Yeah, they had this shit.
They had that shit, yeah. That was the biggest. Now the Titanic's a joke compared to the ships we have now.
I know that, but still, you would think that they would have a way to control the ship if the electricity goes out. Why would you not do that? Think about how stupid you sound.
Because you just float. You just float in the water. I don't think the ship lost control and it kept going. I think they were controlling it. They were just like they did with the Teslas, forcing them to crash. They were just forcing it to land.
Now that makes sense.
Nigga, that's what I've been saying the whole time.
Just like they forced the Teslas.
They couldn't do it to the airplanes because they couldn't control it. They could just turn off whatever that is and they could drive it themselves in the plane. But then eventually they run out of gas because there's no airports to land in.
But still, why nosedive? It doesn't make sense. Unless they controlled it.
Unless they were like, all right, guys, there's the end. I would have tried to land if I was a pilot.
Yeah,
at least in a grass field.
Both planes went in bullet mode
in the same spot. That's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
That's suspicious. Yeah, maybe they control it.
That they fucked up there.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
They probably kept it in the air until they could figure out what to do with it. They should have did 9/11s everything.
You just want to
start sending planes.
You just want to give more conspiracy to Mike, so he can't sleep at night.
If they could control all the planes and they're all up in the air, they should have just started dropping them like bombs everywhere. Right? Instead of crashing into the beach. Hit it in the middle of a city anywhere. It doesn't have to hit a specific building. Just drop it. Freak people out.
Oh my God!
Cause panic.
So then what? There's fucking chaos. Not everyone dies.
No, not everyone dies. But then that's easier for the
new government,
for the armies to come and invade because there's chaos everywhere.
Oh, we're here to control.
It's just easier to take over. You know what I'm saying? If we know that they're coming, we could kind of prepare. Even random people on the street could get whatever weapons they have in their house and just get ready. But if nobody knows, it's mass chaos. When they come to invade, there's nothing you can do. You're by yourself in your house. You have no help from your... Think about it. If they're coming and we know they're coming, everybody in the neighborhood are going to get together. All right, guys, we're going to do this. But if we're fighting each other and they show up, we're screwed.
It's a wrap. And you know that in whatever your version of the end of the story was, you know that they have some kind of conflict with Danny, the neighbor that had the shotgun on him.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna have some kind of because it was him that put him on to the mansion that has the bunker.
It's funny. Danny will show up probably.
He'll probably show up like, I gave you this fucking idea.
He's like, you gotta let me in there. I'm running out of food. I know you guys got food out there.
I know you guys got food.
Get out of here, Danny.
Your fucking $1,000 ain't worth shit, motherfuckers.
Throws it in their face.
You ever come outside, I'll shoot you.
And then GW looks at the guy and goes, he said, you got me, right? This is now.
Yo, there's so many ways to spin it off.
Yeah. They could have made it to a show, bro, a series. Yeah.
Honestly, they could have done that.
They could have made it to a series.
Fuck.
I would have made it 2 different series, though. That way, if you want to stop watching it at the end of the series, season finale, we're done. There's the end of it. And then we'll do a different spin-off, like what happens after. But if you don't want to watch it, you don't got to watch it. Almost like the way the Game of Thrones has the original story and then it has like a secondary game.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like if you really love it, or like Walking Dead, there's 2 different types.
Yeah.
If you really love this story, don't watch the other one. Just live with that.
Just stay with that.
Yeah.
This is your version.
Instead of us ruining your show.
Thanks, Game of Thrones.
We get to freaking see Danny get killed and freaking the little girl screaming about friends. You know, that's another part of the conspiracy theory is that Julia Roberts used to date the guy that drowned.
Chandler.
Yeah. So they're like, isn't that a coincidence?
I know. There's never a shortage.
And what's funny, I watched one of the things. There's an episode where Julia Roberts is on Friends. And they were like, didn't the little girl notice that was her mom? What, Friends?
What the fuck? Yo.
I don't know. I thought it was a good movie.
They need to come out with more shit like that.
I know, man.
That's definitely worth it. Gosh, it was so good. It was a good beginning catch. Like, the fucking ship is getting closer. You're like,
yeah. That nice slow burn.
Nice.
Like, what's going on over there? Interesting.
Nice, slow little like that catch.
Even the father was like, yeah, it'll stop eventually. They know what they're doing.
Nigga, they waited until that shit was like right there.
They were falling asleep in the beach. The mother woke them up like, what's going on?
They started running when the boat got to the point where it was like, you got too far. The lifeguard's gonna whistle at you.
Yeah.
Like that's when they decided like, you know what, we should run now. Yeah. That shit was fucking wild. What a great movie. Watch it if you haven't seen it.
They crashed the oil thing, the boats. That way America doesn't have oil. They crashed all of them.
They can't move.
It's very important to have oil. You know?
Well, those niggas got a lot of oil.
And you know, you would have saw people on the top, on the boat, screaming, "Get us out of here! We're not controlling it. Help us! Get out the way!" Screaming from mad distance. Wah wah. Right? They would have warned people in advance.
Word.
Even if they couldn't control it, they could at least horn. Yeah, or yelling, "Get out!" Flashing lights.
Yeah, there was a little bit. Some inconsistencies. They had to rush it for the Chandler thing, so.
Yeah.
That had to make it. What a perfect thing to throw out there.
What? The
scenarios.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect for the holidays.
Perfect. Yeah. Conspiracy theories are going crazy. I love it. They're losing their minds.
I don't have enough energy for those motherfuckers. Yeah. Anyways, we out. The basement. Peace.
Yo, what up, everybody? If you like what you saw, please click on some of the video links on the side. And please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and leave a little comment. And maybe we'll respond back to you. And hopefully you'll be a guest on our next episode. With family living in the lower deck, I won't say names, but I was lame and I was spewing disrespect. Turn to God to disinfect. That's worth to Trump. Now let's inspect to interject on what the youngest spitting. I'm spitting for where the sacred texts are given.